Imagine wrapping up a day's work and hearing a family say, "You've changed our lives. We feel understood and supported in ways we never thought possible." How amazing would that feel? But guess what? When you provide a service that considers the whole family, getting that kind of feedback becomes the norm, not the exception. If you're longing to make that kind of difference, then stick around because I am going to be going deep into how family-centered sleep care is a different way of working with parents that changes the dynamic, assessment, strategies and management of sleep in a really positive way. As a public health and children's nurse, family-centered care is core to my practice. I've also supported literally thousands of families over the last 15 years as a sleep coach. I've published books and articles on this topic and trained over 600 inspiring coaches internationally through our holistic sleep coaching program. I can honestly tell you that family-centered care is critical to sleep success. Unless you're working in this way, you're missing key pieces of the sleep puzzle. By the end of this video, you're going to know my approach and our strategy that addresses the entire family's needs. This isn't just about children sleeping through the night. It's about empowering families to thrive together. And it's this holistic method that has supported hundreds of our students within our sleep coaching program to get incredible results for their clients. They've become more than sleep coaches. They've become life changers. And today, you're going to learn exactly how they did it. This is the place to be if you are passionate about supporting families with sleep in a way that is empowering and evidence-based, biologically and developmentally appropriate, and protective of attachment. And if you're serious about becoming a holistic sleep coach, then this is what we do. So if that's something you're looking for, we'd love to help you. All you need to do is click the link below in the description and book a call to speak with us directly. But now, let's get into it. I'm obsessed with family-centered care. It's the cornerstone of how we operate in pediatrics, and I regularly write and speak about this concept. Why is it so important to me? And why should it be so important to you too? Well, firstly, because children only make sense in the context of the family and environment in which they're being raised. Family-centered care is known to be a more empowering and compassionate way of supporting children and parents through difficult times. It positions parents as the experts on their children and values shared decision-making, honouring the family's culture and preferences, and prioritises collaboration. And secondly, because it is never just about a child. It's always a child and their important special people. Children exist as part of a complex family ecosystem. To give you a real-life example, Annie, one of our graduates, shared recently that one of her clients had such a difficult experience with their first child that they had made the decision to not have any more children. But after working with Annie in a family-centered way to find sustainable sleep solutions that were responsive and respectful, they felt confident and empowered and able to reassess. They've just shared the news that they're expecting another baby. Successful sleep work means listening to all of the stresses that affect families and understanding that sleep is both a symptom and a cause that needs a sensitive and nuanced approach. It's never just about the child's sleep. It's the whole picture. When we only look at the child, we miss the nuance of the relationships, the attachment, communication within the family, and the factors within their ecosystem that might be directly contributing to sleep. Approaching sleep in a family-centered way allows us to approach the care of a family knowing which aspects of family life are directly or indirectly impacting sleep. We need to hand parents the tools to support themselves rather than act as experts. Now, you might be wondering how that works, given that parents may well reach out to you as the expert for support. Well, we have to remember that parents didn't always have so little confidence in their intuition that they needed to pay someone to help them. There is a long and sometimes dubious history with parenting and sleep experts, with many people suggesting that they can fix problems. But most of the time, babies do not have any sleep pathology. There's often a mismatch with cultural norms, societal expectations, and historical values that are not based on accurate evidence-based information about sleep. The Industrial Revolution sparked a new wave of social pressure to get back into the workplace and be productive. Childcare became something that even normal folks needed rather than just the uber wealthy. With the Industrial Revolution came the influx of medical professionals who who sought to make parenting more scientific and less instinctive. They wanted to create rules and restrictions to make the process of feeding, caring, and parenting more objective and measurable. Of course, we now know that most of this theory is not evidence-based, but we're still clawing our way back from nearly 200 years of strict, schedule-based care and a non-responsive style of parenting. Even when parenting instinct is alive and well, it sometimes feels like swimming against the current in a sea where everyone else is reading books, blogs, and Instagram posts about routines, schedules, drowsy but awake, strict wake windows, and non-cue-based care. Our instinct then becomes at odds with social norms. When this happens, we can begin to feel like everything we feel cannot be trusted and that we're better off listening to the experts. In this way, the balance of knowledge and power has shifted from within families, communities, and individuals to unknown so-called experts and medical professionals. It's hard to trust your instinct when nobody else around you is. Perhaps our real win is when we enable parents to be their own experts, handing the power back to the people who should never have had it taken from them in the first place. Can you relate? Have you seen this lack of confidence playing out when you've worked with families? What impact does that have on their self-belief and instincts? Let me know what you see in your communities in the comments. My approach to a practical implementation of family-centered care is based on decades of work in attachment theory, as well as the work of people like Yuri Bronfenbrenner, who proposed an ecological systems model with the child at the centre and in progressive concentric circles, considering the influence and importance of the extended family, community, the culture, the wider influences such as political and societal contexts. The ecological model was originally proposed to explain the multiple and parallel influences on a child's development. The model starts with the immediate context of their child, for example, their parents, home, siblings, and moving outwards, it considers all the other factors such as their community, their school or nursery, childcare, environments, all the people and places and activities that affect the developing child. Within this framework, sleep can be considered synergistically within the other interactions and influences of the family, the community, and society. If you try to tackle sleep challenges without considering not only what the child has going on in their life, but also what the parents have going on in their life, then you may set families up to fail. Family-centered sleep work means that all the influences on a child should be considered when co-creating plans with families. Why? Because only parents know the full picture. Only parents are the real experts on their children. Working in a way that acknowledges all of life's complexity and parallel contexts means we don't set parents up to fail by choosing an approach that fundamentally won't work given all the other factors and influences in their lives. In this way, we give parents back their confidence by allowing them to be fully part of the planning and decision-making, developing a plan that has the best chance of success. So, by now, you're probably wondering what family-centered care looks like. Maybe it sounds nice in theory, but how do you actually implement it? Well, I've already hinted at a big part of what it means to work in a family-centered way, and that's to ask parents about their current strengths and challenges, the unique struggles, the social supports, any available resources or extra help. It's no good making a plan that assumes an uncomplicated life and plenty of social support if that simply isn't the case. So, a family-centered sleep assessment also considers the context of support, current challenges, and unique setup. The second big part of a family-centered approach to sleep is to work collaboratively with parents. As the expert on their child, they are in the best position to know what strategies stand the best chance of success. Whilst sometimes parents need some encouragement and confidence boosting, choosing to put them in the driving seat means that ultimately the decision about the approach, unique steps to take, exactly what changes need making, and how fast or slow to go are up to them. So, today I've talked about the importance of a family-centered approach to sleep assessment and support. Family-centered care is known to be the best and most empowering way to support families and has been promoted in the paediatric setting for decades. Through this approach, we encourage sleep coaches to consider the uniqueness of each family, enabling them to choose strategies that not only have a better success rate, but also promote parental confidence and self-efficacy too. If you're interested in supporting families in a way that is family-centered, responsive, and evidence-based, then we would love to hear from you. The first step is to book a call with one of us and see if we're a good fit. All you need to do is click the link below the video. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you soon.